First tonight in Our News Live at 7, deeply concerned. The F&M is not taking kindly to the Royal Bahamas Police Force's tight-lipped policy about the investigation into allegations against Chief Superintendent Michael Johnson. Plus, the new standard. In an exclusive interview, the Education Minister says the new high school diploma will be the primary benchmark, even beyond national exams. And later, an exciting update. The latest on the story of 5-year-old cancer patient Prince Hinsey and the push to get him into radiation therapy. And then in our news at 7:30, the Central Bank of the Bahamas is releasing a comprehensive cost analysis on the comparability of bank fees amid public outcry over commercial banking fees. Our News Live at 7 starts right now. Welcome to Our News Live at 7, and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Marlena Leonard, in for Candino Knowles. Well, the Free National Movement is not taking kindly to the Royal Bahamas Police Force deciding to no longer speak publicly about the investigation into allegations against Chief Superintendent Michael Johnson. This comes after the Commissioner of Police, Clayton Fernander, initially said the probe would be done in a spirit of transparency and accountability, and they would remain open and transparent, something the F&M hailed. But that has since changed, as questions remain about the status of the investigation and the whereabouts of special investigators from the United Kingdom who were due to arrive in the Bahamas on August 14th, as revealed by the Commissioner. F&M Chairman Dr. Dwayne Sands says they're deeply concerned.
Given the fact that the Commissioner of Police and the Prime Minister and the Minister of National Security had made certain commitments to the people of the Bahamas, we find it most unusual that there's been an about-face and particularly concerned that now it seems as if the Bahamian people have to beg for information. It should not be underestimated just how concerning this matter is and how it touches on the very fabric of our democracy. And so we are concerned. Why this about-face? Why are we no longer entitled to information?
Johnson has been put on leave with pay after a series of voice recording conversations allegedly between a now-dead gang member and 2 other men went viral last month. On the sidelines of former AG Carl Bethel's book launch last evening, Sands says this speaks to a broader issue of accountability and communication within the police force.
I don't think it was the best move. Certainly, the Minister of National Security's statement today, which was juvenile, did not help the cause because it was clearly a political statement, an unnecessary political statement, and it suggests that he thinks that this is a game. This is not a game. This is a very serious matter that gets at the very heart of our democracy. And if you believe that throwing jabs at me is somehow going to help the Bahamian people to understand what is being done, then clearly you got up on the wrong side of the bed today.
A man who killed a man and tried to kill another has been sentenced to 12 years after taking a plea deal. 33-year-old Cordero Johnson was initially charged with murder in the November 16, 2014 murder of Vernon Roll Jr. But under the plea agreement, the charge was reduced to manslaughter. Johnson and another man picked up Roll and took him to a dirt road where they shot him multiple times. Johnson pleaded guilty to manslaughter, attempted murder, armed robbery, arson, and possession of a firearm with intent to endanger life when he appeared before Justice Janine Weech Gomez. The time that Johnson spent on remand will be deduced from his 12-year sentence. The Ministry of Education has an ambitious goal to get the graduation rate from 50% to 85% by 2030. The first step was to review outdated high school diploma requirements. Launched in 2022, the Bahamas High School Diploma National Review Commission did 50 virtual and in-person meetings nationwide. Their recommendations came into effect in June of last year. With the new high school diploma requirements only a year old, Education Minister Glenys Hannah Martin tells us it's now time to watch the data.
We're measuring now. We want to see this year what has been what were the measurements like in attainment of the high school diploma. So that's the first step towards efforts to a more full realization of the diploma. Additionally, what we are doing now, and we're waiting, it's in train, we are looking at equivalencies in the technical field. So where you have technical certifications like City and Guilds, at a particular level that equates to a BJC, we are seeking to incorporate those because they are the same principle, but they accept children on a different, more technical track. So that's being done.
The education minister saying this new diploma will be the primary benchmark in student attainment, even beyond national exams.
In terms of whether the realization we're watching, I can't say yet because we've had a modification. So we have to see exactly where we are. We're looking to see. I'll be able to speak to that more in a few weeks so we can see how we are progressing with the high school diploma. But that will be the primary benchmark for student attainment. Not so much the BJC and BGCSE, those two, they're national exams, and the other technical exams, but it will be the high school diploma, the minimal that we are establishing for all students.
Well, back to school can be tough. Getting a child ready for the new school year is never stress-free, from the rush to get things done to spending money on school supplies. For some, it's a one-parent job. Our Joshua Williams spoke to a single mom who shares how she gets it all done.
With most schools opening in less than 2 weeks and some already open, many parents and students are still preparing, including single parents. Tamara Porter is one of them. A mother of one, Porter says preparing for school is a part of the challenge of being a single mother. But she's found a method to the madness, sharing practical tools, ensuring a smooth process.
You shop around, find the best prices, stick within your budget, and start early. You know, we have things in place like layaways where you could get uniforms and other items.
Porter is also a second grade teacher at the Yellow Elder Primary School, a calling she says she takes pride in. And while she sees the joy of learning on the faces of her students, she's well aware of the harsh realities parents face.
As a teacher in the government sector, a lot of parents, they have a little challenge with those textbooks. And so I would say, try to get them throughout the summer and not wait for August or September. Another challenge I would say my parents would come to me is about the uniforms.
She's also encouraging single parents to use the resources made available.
You know, reach out to your local church, and there are also organizations in the community that does back to school giveaways and give backs, as well as, you know, there's social services if you are really struggling financially. And also, you can also reach out to your child's school at the guidance department. They also have resources and uniforms that are donated.
Now, Ms. Porter has this advice for those single parents navigating the process of preparing for back to school.
You have to make sure that you're well, holistically, mentally, physically, so that you can be the best parent for your child. So when you're running around hustling and bustling, remember to also take care of self.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Joshua Williams.
Some great advice. Thanks for that, Josh. Well, it was a rainy day for many in the country today, and now it's time for your first look at temperatures. Meteorologist Greg Thompson is standing by in the Weather Center. Greg?
Yeah, thanks, Marlene. Happy Friday evening, everybody. We started off with a real bang this morning, lightning and showers and thunderstorms. Some of those were heavy, and we saw some flooding in some locations that are all associated with tropical wave and an upper level low that's spinning. Show that in a short while, but we are rain-cooled, or if you want to call that rain-cool, 83 degrees, mostly cloudy skies. East winds at 13 miles per hour. We have a little bit of a breeze, so that's shaving some of the degrees off of the temperature. Feels like 93 on the outside. Temperatures right now much cooler across the northwest Bahamas, all courtesy of the cloud mass in place. Freeport is at 82 degrees, Marsh Harbor 82, and they have some showers in those locations. Alistown, Bimini 83, Nicholstown, Andros, and in Marsh Harbor, you guys also 83. Governor's Harbor 85, Central Bahamas 85s in Kemps Bay, Georgetown, Arthurstown, Cat Island, and in Deadman's Key. Coburn Town, San Salvador 86, Southeast Bahamas 87, Duncantown, Ragged Island. Some showers are starting to flare up near the Aucklands and Crooked Island area, but you have 85 degrees in both locations, Abrams Bay as well. Matthewtown, Inagua, 87, and look at the Turks and Caicos Islands. Not much clouds down there, even though we still have some sunshine. Feels like, or actual temperature is at 90 degrees. Satellite radar composite. This is the setup we have today. Tropical wave, the northern extent extending into the Bahamas. We also have an upper level that's spinning across the northeastern Gulf of Mexico. That's venting a lot of the showers and thunderstorms across our area. That's the reason why we had quite a bit of activity this morning. And we had almost a near zero visibility at the airport. I measured a little over half an inch in my rain gauge, and most locations seeing some significant rainfall. This system will remain in place, so we're looking for some showers and some thunderstorms tonight through tomorrow. Showers are starting to pop up once again in central Bahamas. That's your first look about us. Stick with us. Look at your weekend forecast. It's still to come.
Still to come, after Our News viewers helped raise thousands of dollars for a 5-year-old cancer patient, he's been approved to begin radiation therapy. Stay tuned to hear as his mother brings the exciting update.
Are you ready for the stormy season? Don't wait until the storm clouds gather. Contact the experts at Alive Business today and let us help you prepare for this hurricane season. For a limited time only, you can get 50% off our Bahamas Cloud, the ultimate solution to secure your data and communications, ensuring they're accessible even in the worst of weather conditions. Don't let the storm catch you off guard this season. Stay ahead of the game with Bahamas Cloud from Alive Business.
The journey to recovery is often a long one, laced with trials and triumphs, setbacks and successes. Tune into Our Voices, Echoes of Dorian, 5 years of resilience, as we continue the ongoing journey of recovery for Abaco and Grand Bahama. Tune in September 1st at 8 p.m. You don't want to miss it.
Grand Bahama is home to a unique economic arrangement, but that arrangement between government and the Grand Bahama Port Authority under scrutiny as tensions persist.
It's not our direct responsibility to carry out these other things that people think we should be doing.
We need this to be dealt with quicker than quicker and sooner than sooner.
I have a vision for Grand Bahama, and my vision is actually bigger than my grandfather's ever was.
Watch City in Focus, the story of Freeport with Italia Hall, starting August 7th, only on RTV.
When hurricanes and emergencies strike, timely information can save lives. That's why Alive Business brings you bulk SMS messaging, your essential tool for staying informed and safe. Imagine having critical updates and safety tips delivered right to your phone, anytime and anywhere. With bulk SMS messaging, you can send real-time alerts and updates and timely notifications. When every second counts, count on Alive Business bulk SMS messaging. For more information, contact the experts.
Welcome to Our Sports at 7, presented by 10th Year Seniors. I'm Ronaldo Dorset. That's John Marknut. Let's do show. Today, we're going to take it back 16 years ago to that night when the Bahamas' 4x4 relay team won silver at the 2008 Beijing Olympics. It was August 23rd at the Bird's Nest Stadium. Team Bahamas brought down the curtain on the games with their second place finish in 2 minutes 58.03 seconds. Chris Brown ran the first leg, followed by Michael Matthew, with Andretti Bain on third leg, and anchored by Andre Williams. Avard Monker and Ramon Miller were also members of the team and ran in the prelims.
Here's what else is coming up in sports. Buddy Hill gives back to the Grand Bahama community on Pinedale Park.
Yes, I mean, like more and more kids, the weather's good, so you see more everybody out, but it's fun, it's a good time for the kids, family, myself, the Buddy Hill Foundation. I can't be more proud. I'm just wanted to have a good time and enjoy these kids.
The Liberty win their 8th in a row and remain undefeated once JJ gets a double-double. UB Mingo set a record with 9 goals on the road in a dominant win over Millennia Atlantic University. The Bahamas Football Association under-13 teams are headed to the Naples Elite Cup in Naples, Florida to compete against some of the top teams in the state.
I've been working on my touch, my dribbling, and also my passing. And I've also been preparing physically and mentally.
That'll do it for Our Sports at 7. Stay tuned to Our News at 7:30 for details on these stories and more.
When Our News comes back from the break, we turn our spotlight to stories making headlines across the world as Vice President Kamala Harris formally accepts the Democratic nomination for president. Plus, the Canadian government announcing it would ask the country's Industrial Relations Board to issue a back-to-work order, all in an effort to end an unprecedented rail stoppage. And the details on the second largest rough diamond discovered to date, found in Botswana. We have the details when Our News returns.
Bulk up your business and communication with parents, students, and staff in seconds with Alive Business bulk SMS messaging. This is the perfect tool to keep you connected and easily send important updates, event reminders, and emergency alerts. Keep your campus informed and connected with bulk SMS messaging from Alive Business. The right choice for fast, reliable communication. For more information, contact the experts.
My name is Trevor Williams. I've been a Live Fiber customer since March 2024. The installation process was seamless, effortless, and extremely fast. The gentlemen that came to the installation were very helpful, reliable, very knowledgeable, and the time allocated to do the installation was shorter than the time specified. Yeah, the previous provider I had, I noticed that the internet speed actually had intermittent on my services, so I was very grateful that the live fiber was available in my area. Once I was able to make the switch, my service and everything I needed was satisfied. My favorite feature would actually be being able to add any apps from the Play Store. It's just basically making any dumb TV a smart TV. I do a lot of back-end support, engineering support, helping clients working remotely when I'm from home. The internet is a very important aspect of my job and my life. My name is Trey Williams, and the future is home with a live fiber.
Hey y'all, are you ready to be inspired? I am thrilled to announce that Inspire Her 2024 is coming, and it's going to be bigger and better than ever. Join us at the luxurious Atlantis Hotel Paradise Island on October 10th for an evening filled with inspiration, empowerment, and connection. The evening session promises to offer exclusive networking opportunities and transformative discussion. We invite everyone to attend and to be part of this incredible gathering. Hear from leading women activists, entrepreneurs, CEOs, thought leaders, and more.
This is Our News. Welcome back. We turn our attention now to stories making headlines across the world. Vice President Kamala Harris formally accepted the Democratic nomination for president on Thursday with a rousing call to end the war in Gaza and to fight tyranny around the world, drawing a sharp contrast with Republican Donald Trump. Gabe Singer reports.
U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris formally accepted the Democratic nomination for president on Thursday, the final and most anticipated night of the four-day Chicago convention.
I accept your nomination to be president of the United States of America.
Since Harris emerged as the Democratic candidate after President Joe Biden dropped out, her campaign has broken fundraising records, packed arenas with supporters, and turned opinion polls in some battleground states in Democrats' favor. Nationwide, Harris leads her Republican opponent Donald Trump 46.6% to 43.8%, according to a compilation of polls by 538. But heading into Thursday night, Harris had yet to articulate much of her vision for the country and has faced a slew of personal attacks from Trump, who has called her weak on the foreign stage. Before a packed house, Harris made some of her strongest foreign policy statements to date, vowing not to cozy up to tyrants and dictators, who she said were, quote, rooting for Trump.
And as president, I will never waver in defense of America's security and ideals, because in the enduring struggle between democracy and tyranny, I know where I stand and I know where the United States belongs.
Harris also laid out some broad policy principles, announcing tax cuts for the middle class and vowing to fight for reproductive freedom and voting rights. However, her speech was short on details, which she could be pressured to provide in the coming weeks. Harris also called to end the Gaza war, while pledging continued support for Israel.
The Canadian government looking to end an unprecedented rail stoppage, announcing it would ask the country's Industrial Relations Board to issue a back-to-work order that could come in a few days. Railroad workers protested on Thursday. During a press conference, Labour Minister Stephen McKinnon announced his plans to refer the situation to the board for compulsory arbitration. Canada's leading two railroads initiated a lockout affecting over 9,000 unionized workers on Thursday, leading to an unprecedented halt in rail operations. This could potentially inflict billions of dollars in economic damage and disrupt North American supply chains.
An agreement has so far proven elusive. After months of negotiations, CN Rail and CPKC began lockouts while Teamsters Canada rail workers at CPKC went on strike at 12:01 a.m. this morning. These collective bargaining negotiations belong to these parties. but their effects and the impacts of the current impasse are being borne by all Canadians.
A 2,492 carat diamond at its Karo mine in Botswana. It's one of the largest stones to be excavated. Lucara did not reveal the stone's gem quality, but its size would make it the second largest rough diamond discovered to date, after the 3,106 carat Cullinan diamond found in neighboring South Africa in 1905. After being cut and polished, that diamond became part of the British Crown jewels. The company presented the diamond to Botswana's president, Mogwetsi Masisi, on Thursday. Botswana is the world's top diamond producer by value. Still to come in our news, Today in History. Find out interesting facts about the day that was August 23rd. And then in our news at 7:30, amid public outcry over commercial banking fees, the Central Bank of the Bahamas releases a comprehensive cost analysis on the comparability of bank fees. And a young mother claims the negligence of a fast food restaurant led to her injury and inability to work. That's coming up when Our News returns.
Are you ready for the stormy season? Don't wait until the storm clouds gather. Contact the experts at Alive Business today and let us help you prepare for this hurricane season. For a limited time only, you can get 50% off our Bahamas Cloud, the ultimate solution to secure your data and communications, ensuring they're accessible even in the worst of weather conditions. Don't let the storm catch you off guard this season. Stay ahead of the game with Bahamas Cloud from Alive Business.
The journey to recovery is often a long one, laced with trials and triumphs, setbacks and successes. Tune into our voices, echoes of Dorian, 5 years of resilience, as we continue the ongoing journey of recovery for Abaco and Grand Bahama. Tune in September 1st at 8 p.m. You don't want to miss it.
Grand Bahama is home to a unique economic arrangement, with that arrangement between government and the Grand Bahama Port Authority under scrutiny as tensions persist.
It's not our direct responsibility to carry out these other things that people think we should be doing.
We need this to be dealt with quicker than quicker and sooner than sooner.
I have a vision for Grand Bahama, and my vision's actually bigger than my grandfather's ever was.
Watch City in Focus, the story of Freeport with Italia Hall, starting August 7th only on RTV.
When hurricanes and emergencies strike, timely information can save lives. That's why Alive Business brings you bulk SMS messaging, your essential tool for staying informed and safe. Imagine having critical updates and safety tips delivered right to your phone, anytime and anywhere. With bulk SMS messaging, you can send real-time alerts and updates and timely notifications. When every second counts, count on Alive Business bulk SMS messaging. For more information, contact the experts. Bulk up your business and communication with parents, students, and staff in seconds with Alive Business bulk SMS messaging. This is the perfect tool to keep you connected and easily send important updates, event reminders, and emergency alerts. Keep your campus informed and connected with bulk SMS messaging from Alive Business. The right choice for fast, reliable communication. For more information, contact the experts.
My name is Renewable Williams. I've been a live public.
On this day in Bahamian history, August 23, 1992, Hurricane Andrew made landfall in the Bahamas. In 2005, the storm that would become Hurricane Katrina formed over the Bahamas. And in 2009, the Bahamas played host to the Miss Universe pageant held at the Atlantis Resort on Paradise Island. For these facts and more, you can visit ournews.bs. And it's a story we've been following all week. The story of 5-year-old Prince Hinzi, his journey with stage 4 kidney cancer, and the push to get him into radiation therapy. Well, tonight we have an exciting update to share. Let's take a look.
Since you did the story, oh my God, it's been crazy. A lot of people reached out. I got calls, text messages, words of encouragement. We had a lot of sponsors. A lot has happened.
On Monday, we introduced you to Deandra Hinzi and her son, 5-year-old Prince Hinzi. Diagnosed with a rare stage 4 kidney cancer in May, he spent the summer in and out of the hospital. Last week, his tumor was removed, but the family still needed thousands of dollars to begin his much-needed radiation therapy. That's where you came in. Overnight, viewers like you helped raise their GoFundMe donations up $2,000, and the donations kept coming. And guess what? Deandra got the call she was waiting for.
He has everything that's required for him to move forward with the radiation treatment.
And how does that make you feel?
I am ecstatic. You know, the worst feeling you want is the feeling of hopelessness that you see someone that you love going through something and you can't help them.
She's still reeling from the outpouring of donations, love, and support.
The fact that the Bahamas came through, and it was like it happened like overnight. So just wanted to say thank you to everyone that assisted, that gave, that showed support, called, text, all the love, listened to me. For the first time since this started, I actually felt like, I wasn't alone. All right, and I really appreciate that. So thank you guys so much. Prince is good.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Marlena Leonard. Absolutely great news. Well, to watch that story again and for all of today's top stories, you can visit ournews.bs. Well, that does it for Our News at 7. Joining us now is our Italia Hall with the latest headlines. Italia?
Marlena, thanks so much to see that story with Prince. I'm so happy he's getting the help he needs. Talk about what that's been like for you so far, being able to speak with his mother about this journey.
I think obviously he's 5 years old, so that was the most difficult part to me. He's so small already, and then to hear, as part of his journey, he lost 7 pounds in 1 week at one point. So just seeing that as a mother, I can't imagine how difficult that was. Right. But I think the most shocking part to me was the way our viewers just came through. In the first 2 hours after news ran, $1,000.
That's amazing.
Just absolutely
amazing.
I'm
so happy to see that public support. Thanks so much for that story, Marlena. Well, coming up, a young mother claims a hot cup of coffee left her with serious injuries. Plus, the central bank breaks down banking fees, and we hear from the Bahamian director who's made his mark on American TV. Here are your latest headlines. First tonight on Our News Live at 7:30, a 28-year-old mother claims the negligence of a fast food restaurant has prohibited her from working. Our Sasha Lightboard has the exclusive story coming up. Also, the Central Bank of the Bahamas produces a cost analysis report on banking fees. We'll tell you all about it. Plus, solar panels installed at the C.H. Reeves Junior High School. We have the latest. And later, wild weather across most of the islands on this Friday. Forecasters say it's due to a tropical wave. Our News Live at 7:30 is back in a moment.
Are you or a loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home healthcare supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price. And you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you, at the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit us on Facebook. Call Ports at 377-1771.
What you doing here?
I dig in the well to connect to the house of building for me and Mavis.
Why you just don't call water and sewage?
Call them for what?
To get your city water. You don't have to worry about your water cutting off when the power cut off. And your water's clean and safe, free from coliform bacteria.
Cauliflower what?
Call us at 302-5500 to make the switch from well water to city water for a more fresh, reliable water supply for you and your family.
I love my EV. I am Generation E.
I am Generation E.
I am Generation E.
And I am Generation E.
As we mark this landmark achievement, I am reminded of the journey that brought us here. A journey characterized by vision, collaboration, perseverance, and not to be forgotten, some sleepless nights. We saw the potential for a sustainable future that could empower our local communities and set a benchmark in the global shift towards renewable energy. The Fairfield site stands as a beacon of potential that highlights what is achievable when we come together for a common cause. The energy produced here will not only power homes and businesses, but it will also power economic growth and provide a cleaner, more sustainable environment for future generations. Here's to a brighter, cleaner, and more sustainable future for all. Thank you.
Are you ready for the stormy season? Don't wait until the storm clouds gather. Contact the experts at Alive Business today and let us help you prepare for this hurricane season. For a limited time only, you can get 50% off our Bahamas Cloud, the ultimate solution to secure your data and communications, ensuring they're accessible.
Welcome to our news. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Natalia Hall. We start with this tragic story as a 28-year-old mother claims the negligence of a fast food restaurant led her to an injury and inability to work. She sat down with our Sasha Lightborn to share her story.
I want this establishment to take full responsibility and what they've done. I want them to acknowledge that I am affected mentally, physically, and emotionally. I am drained. I haven't gotten a good night's sleep for days because it's so bad.
Meet 28-year-old Kanisha Brown, mother of an 8-year-old daughter, sharing how her life changed drastically on May 14th.
I purchased a product from them and the cup wasn't closed properly. And it then led to all type burns all over my body.
Brown, a nurse by profession, provided pictures of her injuries and photo receipts for medical treatment. She claims it's the reason she lost her job.
The job I was on, they let me go, and I understand that because I wasn't permanent as yet. But the fact that they had all legal rights to let me go.
And it gets worse.
And the hurtful part is they didn't even reach out and apologize. I was a regular customer there and they did not reach out and apologize to me.
As the new school year begins, Brown finds herself in a struggle in preparing her 8-year-old daughter.
It's been rough. It's been rough because all of my funds, everything I had, went on to doctor's visits, consultations, surgeries, and all of these other things. It's rough. And I'm not ashamed to say it's rough. It's rough. And normally my daughter would have already been ready for school. But because I'm in this situation, it left me like barefoot.
Brown is now working through an insurance company and seeking legal advice that she hopes will lead to some level of compensation. Reporting for our news, I'm Sasha Lightborn.
All right, thanks so much for that story, Sasha. Well, the former assistant manager at Burger King on Burnett Road has admitted to stealing $1,590 while he worked there. Deshaun Wells, 24, pleaded guilty to 6 counts of stealing by reason of employment at his arraignment before Chief Magistrate Roberto Rackley. The thefts took place in July 2024. Rackley ordered Wells to repay the stolen money, stay out of legal problems for a year, and complete 200 hours of community service. Should Wells breach these conditions, he'll go to prison for 9 months. Amid public outcry over commercial banking fees, the Central Bank of the Bahamas released a comprehensive cost analysis of bank fees. It comes after CIBC Bahamas announced an increase in banking maintenance fees, which sparked public debate. Berthany McDermott reports.
The report breaks down that each commercial bank has different profile scenarios for students, retirees, and adults. According to the central bank, overall, CIBC Bahamas simulated student account transactions remain the least expensive at 80 cents for both digital and physical service deliveries. CIBC also offers 80 cents for retirees. However, it changes when it comes to adults. For digital services, BOB offers $6.60 and CIBC offers $4.35 for adult savings. Meanwhile, Commonwealth Bank, Royal Bank of Canada, and Scotiabank Bahamas Limited followed, each matching the cost-free digital outcome, but are costlier when clients use physical channels for their services. The report reveals, however, because Commonwealth Bank does not give ATM cards to student account holders, the fee was less than other banking institutions. Additionally, CIBC's total fees were also the lowest for alleged retiree savings products accounts, both for over-the-counter and digital services. This latest revelation comes after CIBC came under fire prior for announcing a hike in its monthly maintenance fees from $2.75 to $3.85. The report says the central bank is working on several fronts to advance targeted reforms on fee-setting practices for supervised financial institutions. The central bank says where cost is a significant factor, the bank continues to craft reform proposals that would achieve more universal access to the supply of financial services in the less populated parts of the Bahamas. This includes identifying where supportive changes are needed in the infrastructure to improve access to both cash and digital payment services, and the role the agency banking could play in lowering supply-side hurdles. On affordability and access, the bank is developing financial inclusion regulations to mandate a basic deposit account product for consumers of low economic means. Reporting for Our News, I'm Berthany McDermott.
Well, many Bahamians are upset over the recent decision by commercial banks to raise fees. Starting September 1st, CIBC Bahamas will charge a monthly maintenance fee of $3.85 on personal banking accounts, up from $2.75. CIBC Bahamas recently said the bank's decision to raise monthly banking fees could not be avoided, noting the cost of business has increased. The Office of the Prime Minister revealing on Thursday Prime Minister Philip Davis is set to meet with banks in the coming days on the issue. Well, during our monthly sit-down interview with Vice President of Group Head Investment at RF Bank and Trust, David Slatter, he's weighing in on the issue. He says it's not surprising to hear that the banks are increasing their costs, as many banks have shareholders to report to.
Whether it's a Bahamian bank, whether it's Commonwealth Bank or a Bank of the Bahamas or Fidelity Bank, or CIBC, who have their shareholders in Canada, and RBC have their shareholders in Canada, you know, there's capital invested and there needs to be a decent rate of return on the capital. Otherwise, you would reallocate your capital. That said, you know, I mean, we've seen a steady rise of fees over time, right, in the banking sector. So, for example, you in effect have to pay the bank to hold your money. So my advice to those individuals is find an institution where you can actually earn a return on your money versus having it sit there earning nothing. And I wouldn't know which institution that would be, but I think we can guess. Yeah, so I mean, I understand both sides of the argument, but you know, I think let the banking sector and the supervisory entities deal with it. I understand it's politics, right? So you know, it's good for headlines and all that, but I'm pretty sure that the leader of our country is dealing with far bigger things than determining whether or not a $1.10 increase in fees should or should not be allowed.
Well, in a continued effort to promote renewable energy and reduce the carbon footprint of public institutions, C.H. Reeves Junior High School is the latest to receive over 100 rooftop solar panels. Energy and Transport Minister Jobette Colby Davis says the $120,000 project is a part of a nationwide initiative to outfit schools across the country with sustainable energy sources.
This project has started about 3 weeks ago, and hopefully it should be completed before school resumes their classes with students, and we look forward to hearing more about the savings that it results in and also the support of stabilizing the supply of electricity to the schools.
The scope of work is being carried out by ANO Technologies. Also on hand was Principal Dr. Eugene Strawn, who welcomed the initiative.
As we think about the future of our country, pursuing our renewable energy, I think, is one of great wisdom, and it really protects the next generation. And so we are excited to be a part of this program. We're excited to, this now gives us an opportunity to teach our students about renewable energy and how to be conservative in terms of what it is that they're doing. So it becomes a teachable moment for our students.
Great news for the education sector. While much of the Bahamas is experiencing rainy conditions throughout the day, residents encountering heavy rainfall, thunder, and lightning around the country during the morning rush hour. The weather associated with a tropical wave moving westward across the Caribbean Sea. This morning, the Bahamas Department of Meteorology issued a severe thunderstorm watch and warning from 7:45 to 9:45 a.m., affecting the Exumas, Ragged Island, and the Keys, Eleuthera, Abaco, and Andros. Throughout the day, those warnings and watches change based on conditions. Well, meteorologist Greg Thompson is in the Weather Center with your first look at weather. Greg.
Yeah, thanks, Natalia, and welcome back, everybody, for a quick check on conditions around the islands and outside our studios. 83 degrees current temperature under mostly cloudy skies. It is humid. Slight breeze, winds out of the east at 13 miles per hour. Your field side temperature is at 93. Satellite radar composite, tropical wave, the northern extend into the central and south and northwest Bahamas, as well as an upper level low that's spinning just to the west actually of Florida. That is pumping a lot of ventilation across areas, some showers and thunderstorms associated with the moisture being pumped in as well. So we're looking at more showers and thunderstorms tonight through tomorrow, but most of this activity will be pulling towards the west as that tropical wave continues to exit the area, but that upper level low is going to be the igniter for some more showers and thunderstorms. That's a quick check on conditions around the islands. Stick with us. A look at your weekend forecast is still to come.
Still to come on our news, local agriculture experts and food exporters receiving training on preventative control for human food recently. We have the details straight ahead. Plus, a Bahamian director making a major mark on the international stage. When our news continues, stay with us. Grand Bahama is home to a unique economic arrangement, with that arrangement between government and the Grand Bahama Port Authority under scrutiny as tensions persist.
It's not our direct responsibility to carry out these other things that people think we should be doing.
We need this to be dealt with quicker than quicker and sooner than sooner.
I have a vision for Grand Bahama, and my vision is actually bigger than my grandfather's ever was.
Watch City in Focus, the story of Freeport with Italia Hall, starting August 7th, only on RTV.
When hurricanes and emergencies strike, timely information can save lives. That's why Alive Business brings you bulk SMS messaging, your essential tool for staying informed and safe. Imagine having critical updates and safety tips delivered right to your phone, anytime and anywhere. With bulk SMS messaging, you can send real-time alerts and updates and timely notifications. When every second counts, count on Alive Business bulk SMS messaging. For more information, contact the experts. Bulk up your business and communication with parents, students, and staff in seconds with Alive Business bulk SMS messaging. This is the perfect tool to keep you connected and easily send important updates, event reminders, and emergency alerts. Keep your campus informed and connected with bulk SMS messaging from Alive Business. The right choice for fast, reliable communication. For more information, contact the experts.
My name is Troy Williams. I've been a live fiber customer.
The Ministry of Agriculture and Marine Resources partnering with the United States Department of Agriculture and Inter-American Institute for Cooperation. The partnership involves training local agriculture experts and food exporters on preventative control for human food. Those participating learning the ins and outs of scientific food handling process, ranging from hazard analysis and preventative controls, determination, and environmental monitoring. Agriculture and Marine Resources Minister Jomo Campbell says training sessions like this one are important as the nation seeks to expand its export market, particularly to the United States.
Although this certification allows for critical export opportunities, it is also critical to our own food safety. Therefore, I extend my sincere gratitude to each of you for taking the time to be here and for your commitment to enhancing food safety in the Bahamas and beyond. Food safety is not just a regulatory requirement. It is a fundamental aspect of public health and community welfare. As we know, our food supply is one of the most critical components of our society. It supports our economy, sustains our families, and fosters our way of life.
On hand was also U.S. Charge d'Affaires Kimberly Furnish. She says she's excited for the new opportunities it will present for Bahamian business owners.
Bahamian exports bolster the local industry, which in turn fosters food security at home. It also means more opportunity in the Bahamas, more income, and more jobs in the agricultural sector. For the American consumer, this means greater variety on supermarket shelves and the chance to enjoy the taste of the Bahamas, which I've come to enjoy so much. Wouldn't it be exciting to see some hibiscus flower tea from Tasty Teas, tropical jams and jellies from Tropicville, healthy sea moss from Amplify 242, or cascarilla infused spirits from the Bahamas Botanicals in the United States? I know I would love that.
Coming up in sports, Buddy Hield is back home and, as always, is making an impact on the Grand Bahamian community.
Plus, lots of rain across the islands on this Friday. Greg is back with more weather details when Our News returns.
You could spend more, but why? Save with the special.
Are you ready for the stormy season? Don't wait until the storm clouds gather. Contact the experts at Alive Business today and let us help you prepare for this hurricane season. For a limited time only, you can get 50% off our Bahamas Cloud, the ultimate solution to secure your data and communications, ensuring they're accessible even in the worst of weather conditions. Don't let the storm catch you off guard this season. Stay ahead of the game with Bahamas Cloud from Alive Business.
The journey to recovery is often a long one, laced with trials and triumphs, setbacks and successes. Tune into Our Voices, Echoes of Dorian, 5 years of resilience, as we continue the ongoing journey of recovery for Abaco and Grand Bahama. Tune in September 1st at 8 p.m. You don't want to miss it.
Welcome to Our Sports, presented by 10th Year Seniors. I'm Ronaldo Dorset. That's John Marknut. Let's do show. It's that time of year where the Pinedale Park has transformed to a celebration of basketball and community service by the Buddy Hield Foundation. Hield may be headed to a new chapter in his NBA career with the Golden State Warriors, but his commitment to the Grand Bahamian community remains the same. His 3-day event included a 2-day basketball camp at the 8 Mile Rock High School and concluded with a giveaway Thursday at Pinedale Park. People of all ages came out to the park to receive everything from school supplies to sports equipment.
Always the same thing, just come out, give them up bags, helping these families, extra stretch to help them in schools. You ain't got to worry about an extra bag, extra school book, a school shoe, something like that. Backpacks, scooters, laptops, all those type of giveaways. So it's going to be fun.
Team Bahamas is headed to the Naples Elite Cup, and the under-13 side are set for an exciting weekend on the pitch. The teams comprising of 18 boys and 17 girls travel to Naples, Florida today. Let's hear from the boys team on their expectations for the event.
I think it'll be a great opportunity for the boys to show themselves in front of scouts and it'd just be a way to challenge themselves, and I think we'll have a good fun and enjoy ourselves is the best part. So.
Back-to-back doubles for Jonquil Jones, back-to-back wins against the Dallas Wings, and the run for the New York Liberty continues. Jones finished with 13 points and 13 boards in the Liberty's 79-77 win over the Wings last night in Brooklyn. It was the 8th straight win for the Liberty, and at 25-4, it's the team's best start in franchise history. The Liberty are undefeated at 22-0 in games where Jones records a double-double during her time with the franchise. In the fourth quarter, New York went on a 9-2 run from the 3-11 mark to the 1:15 mark to put the game away. Up next, the Liberty will host the Connecticut Sun Saturday night at 7 p.m.
The University of the Bahamas Mingos men's soccer team picked up a historic win on the road. The Mingos scored the most goals in program history with a 9-2 win over Millennia Atlantic University. Freshman defender Alex St. Hilaire scored the record-setting goal when he connected with a header on a corner from Kevin Thomas just before full time. Thomas and O'Brien Hines scored 1 goal apiece, while strikers Stanley Grandpierre and captain Ronaldo Green both picked up hat-tricks in the win.
My mindset coming to this game was just to win at whatever cost it takes. To get the hat-trick, it was nothing I expected, but I got the opportunities, and as you can see, I put them away.
It's that time of the week. It's Friday. Let's keep happy hour going with top plays. At number 5, let's get started in the minor leagues. Christian Robinson heating up in August as the AA season winds down, his 4th homer of the month.
Back to the soccer pitch, a record-setting performance for the Mingos men's soccer team. There are too many goals to choose from, so here's a couple.
At number 3, back to Brooklyn, there's no other center in the WNBA this dominant on both ends of the floor. If you want to score on JJ, just ask. She'll say no, but ask anyway.
At number 2, Tim Bunning shows you it's never too late to show out. Already with a 200-meter bronze medal, he's headed into the 400-meter finals at the Masters Championships.
And at number 1 is to play every baseball player dreams of, full count, 2 out, and Deshaun Knowles comes through with the grand slam to put his team ahead for the win.
Big boy power.
That'll do it for our sports. This is 10YS. All right, Jazz is back, so 25-25 Chase officially back on.
30-30.
That name sounds familiar. Back to the studio.
Still ahead on our news tonight, a Bahamian director making a major mark on the international stage. Our Danielle Miller has the story straight ahead, plus wild weather in the capital. Greg is back with what you can expect for the weekend when our news returns.
Lovato Stubbs. Today, and let us help you prepare for this hurricane season. For a limited time only, you can get 50% off our Bahamas Cloud, the ultimate solution to secure your data and communications, ensuring they're accessible even in the worst of weather conditions. Don't let the storm catch you off guard this season. Stay ahead of the game with Bahamas Cloud from Alive Business.
The journey to recovery is often a long one, laced with trials and triumphs, setbacks and successes. Tune into Our Voices, Echoes of Dorian, 5 years of resilience, as we continue the ongoing journey of recovery for Abaco and Grand Bahama. Tune in September 1st at 8 p.m. You don't want to miss it.
Grand Bahama is home to a unique economic arrangement, with that arrangement between government and the Grand Bahama Port Authority under scrutiny as tensions persist.
It's not our direct responsibility to carry out these other things that people think we should be doing.
We need this to be dealt with quicker than quicker and sooner than sooner.
I have a vision for Grand Bahama, and my vision is actually bigger than my grandfather's ever was.
Watch City in Focus, the story of Freeport with Italia Hall, starting August 7th only on RTV.
When hurricanes and emergencies strike, timely information can save lives. That's why Alive Business brings you bulk SMS messaging, your essential tool for staying informed and safe. Imagine having critical updates and safety tips.
Welcome back. We are still tracking a very active tropical wave, actually, that's moving through the islands, northern extent of that extending into the central and northwest Bahamas. That is also interacting with an upper level low that's spinning just to the west of northern Florida, and that will continue to ventilate a lot of the showers and thunderstorms. You notice most of the activity now moving just to the east of the Bahamas, but we do have some more showers and thunderstorms popping up near the Exumas. All of that will be riding towards the north as this wave continues to push towards the west, and we are clearing across the southeast Bahamas. Could eventually see some of that clearing across the central Bahamas as well, but most of the activity will remain in place across the northwest Bahamas as this tropical wave continues to slide westwards. Looking for some more showers and thunderstorms in the Bahamas, but as I mentioned, clearing expected. The tropics, quiet. We are into the middle of the, peak of the tropical hurricane season, and not much showing up there along the tropical belt. Taking a look at our future forecast, that moisture associated with that tropical wave is still plaguing the Bahamas, and that will continue, as I mentioned, through Friday. Scattered showers and thunderstorms. Showers will be locally heavy thunderstorms, strong to severe times. Most of the activity, though, will be pulling towards the west, should be moving across Florida, but we will continue to see some residual showers and thunderstorms across our area as well. Boating forecast. Caution flag still in place for the Atlantic waters in the northwest Bahamas. East to southeast winds 10 to 15 knot seas, 2 to 4 feet over the open waters, but they will be building up to 6 feet in some easterly swells in the Atlantic exposures. High tide is at 11:38 tonight. The low tide takes place at 5:55 in the morning for the central and southeast Bahamas. Stiffer winds down there. Caution flag in place as well. East to southeast winds 15 to 20 knots. Seas running 4 to 7 feet over open waters. Here's a look now at your national forecast. In the extended forecast, we will continue with one more day of some scattered showers and thunderstorms. Temperatures should be in the mid to upper 80s, really across the northwest Bahamas. But by Sunday into Monday, we expect things to clear out a bit. Then we have another little pulse of energy moving through. So we're looking for some more showers on Tuesday and Wednesday, and that should take us through the end of next week. That's a look at our weather. Make it a safe night and have a great weekend, everybody.
All right, Greg, lots of rain. Be sure to keep your umbrellas nearby. Thanks so much for that, Greg. Well, a well-known Bahamian director making waves on American TV by directing episodes of Bounce TV series Johnson. The show starring former NFL player Thomas Quinn Jones and comedian D.L. Hughley recently filmed episodes here in the Bahamas. Well, our Danielle Miller sat down with the director recently and filed this report. Let's take a look.
Lovato Stubbs, also known as Conch Boy Films, is a popular name in the country. Recently, Lovato left his footprint on the international market by directing 2 episodes of Bounce's original TV show, Johnson, where one of the show's executive producers is Cedric the Entertainer. Lovato explains the opportunity caught him by surprise, but not off guard.
For me, people that's been following my career, they understand that it's been a journey. You know what I mean? It's been a long journey. And I always say that, it's just a matter of being ready for that opportunity. And I think that my career up to this point led me as a director to be ready for it.
In the episodes, the show's main characters take a trip to the Bahamas. The show's creator and producers wanted the authenticity of Bahamian culture at the forefront, so they gave Lovato control to make the vision a reality. As an advocate for the film industry here in the Bahamas, he says it was important to not only highlight our sun, sand, and sea, but also the incredible talent we have. That's why local talent was contracted for various areas, including some familiar faces on screen.
We had veteran filmmakers like Julian Lord, production manager Erica Knowles. We had, amazing casting company and person, Cabana Hall. We had Bahamian actors like Rosano Deal, Neil Clare, and we also had our very own Chantel O'Brien. We also had the opportunity, I had the opportunity to push many Bahamian artists' music in the episodes. So there's so many people to even call, but you're gonna see a lot of incredible Bahamian artists.
Johnson airs on Saturday nights at 8 p.m. on Bounce TV, Rev Channel 367. Reporting for Our News, I'm Danielle Miller.
All right, such an awesome story. Thanks so much for that, Denny. Now to watch that story again, be sure to visit www.ournews.bs. It's available now. And remember, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, X, and even TikTok. Follow our social media pages for the latest. And with that, we thank you for joining us for Our News tonight on behalf of the entire team. I'm Natalia Hall. We'll see you tomorrow night. Have a great evening.